Alright. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, I think I am live. Let's see. Yes, it should be live. Welcome to the stream. If you are hanging out for a bit, I know it's kind of crazy. I'm pretty much open to doing some Ogre Oustin. Yeah, what's up, Overrated? Good to see you. I have some time tonight. I'm definitely gonna host some raids, and yeah, I guess like I could try to help people do Ogre Oustin. That was kind of the plan, at least what I was thinking. So, oh well. There we go. Yo, we could start off by a raid. Let me head over to the map here. Let's see. Oops, wrong one. Oh, yeah, there's this Blissey raids too. Should we do Blissey raids? Oh, cool. I'm excited to see what you cooked up here. Oh, it's all good. Yeah, I'll get one of these Blissey raids first. Just to see what kind of rewards we can get from it. I'll put it up though if anyone wants to join. Alright, let me head over. Yeah, I'm just gonna do a Blissey raid to start the stream. And then I'll probably head to the Feraligatr raid, and then we'll see if maybe if anyone wants to do Ogre Oustin. I got my shiny Munchlax on the previous stream I hosted and did some of these. Overrated clutched it. Shout out, by the way. That was insane. Legitimately. Alright, so I'll put up this Blissey raid and see if anyone wants to join. I'm sure this will be super easy to beat, even if I have to solo it. Alright. Thanks again for tuning in. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Alright. Yeah, feel free to join this, but I just want to do at least one just to kind of like let things get started here for a second anyways. Right. Are you playing on the ladder right now for singles? Because that's something I've been wanting to build a singles team. I have not even built a singles team once during this entire generation. But I have wanted to actually play, because I always play VGC, like doubles when I play competitive. Like it'd be fun to actually play singles. It's like wild, it's so much different. You mean like you're playing like 6 versus 6 singles? Or are you playing like on the ladder singles where it's like show 6, pick 3? Oh, that's cool. So are you like on a forum or something for that, or you just like talk to someone to set that up? Because that's cool. Or is there like a way to do it without like, is there like a random code that you can enter? Okay, I'm just gonna do the raid with Fortnite. This should be pretty easy. I just want to see what type of rewards Blissey's giving out. I think it's mainly a candy, if I remember. Which I did sell like all of mine recently, because I was capped. Yo, what's up, Ada? Shout out, good to see you. Hope you're having a great start to your weekend. You got paired with the... Oh, I see. That's cool. I mean, that's kind of how it is when you play online where it's like no rules. That's just kind of how it goes. Alright, so I'm just starting the stream just doing this Blissey raid, but if anyone wants to do Feraligatr, I can go there next. I'm also down to do more Ogre Oustin to help people get that Munchlax, if people are interested in trying. Alright. Now I can probably just wreck Blissey. You don't need a Mon that lowers special defense for your build. I might be able to bring something with Acid Spray for the fight. You're exhausted, it's been a rough week. Well, hopefully you can relax this weekend on your days off. I know how you feel. Sometimes the work week can just really get to you. Alright, let's go. Sometimes it'd be like that. Alright. Soft boiling away. That's cool. Yeah, I think I might have something I can at least bring to help your cause. I'm trying to think. I was looking at something actually before this, and I was like, oh, this... Oh, maybe I have like a Rotom Wash build or something. No, that wasn't it. What am I talking about? What the heck am I talking about? That makes no sense. I'm trying to remember what I was looking at. I'll just look in my box. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Ada. Hopefully things get better. Wishing you the power to make it through it. Alright, I'm not even gonna Tera. Oh my gosh, are you serious? It must have removed my stats, I wasn't paying attention. Oh. Never mind. I guess that's a KO. Wow. Very fascinating. Don't know what happened here. Yeah, it's pretty much just a bunch of Tera Shards. This is a good way to farm Tera Shards. Hey Tess, great to see you. Thank you so much for saying hi. Yeah, it must be because of them using Soft Boil in the fight, like the move that heals them. Maybe it doesn't actually heal them, it's just a visual glitch or something, I don't know. Alright, does anyone want to... I can head over to the Feraligatr. Oh my gosh. I can't believe it actually let me jump off there. It looked like I was gonna fall. Alright, if anyone needs Feraligatr, this should be an easy fight if you just want to join the lobby. I don't even remember. I feel like it's super easy. And also check real quick overrated to see if I have... I definitely have Acid Spray users. That's pretty much what you would need. But I just need to find something that can just like sit there on the field. Which I probably have. Let me look real quick actually. Yo, what is up, Lucina? Shout out to my homie Lucina. Great to see you, bro. How did your trip go? Alright, let me see. Belly Bolt? No, it has an Earthquake. Same situation, plus the Dark move. Honestly, Electros could be kind of cool. It's just kind of like neutral. But then again, we would need something to lower its attack too. So maybe there's like something I have that has both of that. I mean, that actually could work. Acid spray and chilling water. I don't really need to attack if I'm just helping out as a support. Shelter is not really necessary on this. It was for some other build. I forget what raid it was for. Oh wait, I could put body press on this. And oh wait, I could actually put... Okay, actually never mind. I could have gone on the offense too, actually. I mean, I have minus attack nature, so I'm gonna change that to minus special attack. Yo, what's up, Alfie? Great to see you. Dude, Lucina, that is great to hear, man. I'm so happy to hear that for you. That's, you must have had an amazing time. She's coming over for Christmas. That's amazing. We love to hear that. Yeah, honestly, this might be a good build to help you out. So I can still lower attack, and then I can even set up... Is Shelter the one that raises defense? Or is that like Protect? I can't remember. Oh, actually it is kind of like... Okay, I'll just keep that. Sorry, I'm just kind of figuring something out real quick before I go to the Feraligatr raid. Yo, that's awesome, Ada. Congratulations on the shiny Munchlax. Your cat, Sophie, stopped eating the mixed cat food? That's rough. Are you trying out something else, or... Is she old? Is that maybe why? Is it like she a really old cat or something? You're gonna be looking for a place in Kansas to live together? Yo! That is super good news, bro. You hit the jackpot. Congratulations on such exciting news. Shout out to my homie Lucina. He's one of my... I'm talking to him on Twitch right now if you're wondering. He's one of the OG Pokemon Go streamers. From like 5-6 years ago, yeah. Just... That's when I met him when I was like doing a lot of Pokemon Go content, mobile streams. I'm just trying to find a shell bell real quick. Trying to multitask is best here. So you are going to try some new food. That's good, Tess. I'm sorry to hear that about Sophie. I know that can be rough when your cat's being really picky and, you know, you just want her to... Or you're saying she's old, maybe. She's an old cat. Because sometimes, not to be whatever, sometimes when cats get old, like, they just get even more picky. And, you know, I don't know. Sometimes cats are... Do you by chance try to feed her wet food at all? So like softer food? I'm for some reason struggling to find the shell bell. I probably like passed it, or I didn't go far enough. So is anyone playing that Pocket TCG game, by the way? Because if you are, add me. The other day when I was streaming, someone on Twitch who was like an OG, like he also makes some content. He came in and was like telling me about it, and I like the TCG game, but I don't really like play it like that. But it's actually like the game itself on the phone is pretty fun. I don't plan on investing any money in it at all. Like I'm free to play it the entire way. But yeah, it's kind of fun. As of right now, at least. Like maybe it gets really try hard and it's not as fun. Oh my gosh, I passed this so many times. I'm so sorry, chat. Alright, I'm heading over to the raid now. Yeah, I can understand that. The thing is, though, there's like actually like an auto battle feature for like the NPC fights. Like you don't even have to like do anything. Like it's like kind of cool in a way because it's like you can kind of just casually play it. And then like when I actually want to play against someone, I'll like go online. And like yeah, I'll still like play against the NPCs, but it's like it's really just trying to teach you like the complexities of the game, right? Because when I was playing online, like people did things I was like, oh, that makes sense, like why they would, you know, maybe just put like a high health Pokemon on the field just to tank damage while they like are powering up their Mewtwo EX or whatever on the bench, and it's like, and then just one shots everything the entire fight, and it's like, okay, well, that's a problem, I guess. But I don't know. I don't really know. I'm like surface level right now. Like I try not to dive too much into it yet. All right, let me grab the. So do you want me to run the Eeyore? Do you want me to lower the special defense here? The funny thing is you had your first kiss on National Boyfriend Day, October 3rd. Dude, that's great. What a legend. Okay, I'll use Eeyore here. A name, doesn't it look like Eeyore kinda? Like sad, like it's about to off itself, but you know, just hanging on there for his friends. No, I did not hear that at all. Are you serious? That's crazy. Oh my gosh. Let's just not talk about politics. It's like, it'll be fine. People are overreacting on this stuff, to be honest. Alright, we could try to... Do you think we could duo this, John? Like, I can lower its special defense, and I can try to lower its attack. And maybe that's enough for you to set up. What do you think? The Vikavolt. That's great, Lucina. I'm glad that you're living... You manifested your best year right now. Why are you sorry? It's like, there's nothing to be sorry about. You know, it's like, fine. Like, people... Okay, I'll just say this. People obsess so much over politics, and it's just, like, embarrassing, yo. Like, people just act like it's gonna be the end of the world tomorrow because there's a new president, and it's like... Dude, we've been through this for how many years? It's just, like, ridiculous. It's like, people have no shame. They just post themselves on the internet, like, crying. It's, like, hilarious to me, like, personally. I think it's, like, super funny. Anyone who feels like it's the end of the world and they need to, like, break friendships over politics of all things has completely lost the plot. That's all I gotta say. So, like, it doesn't matter, like, people forget tolerance. People, you don't have to 100% agree with someone to, like, respect each other. Most people don't actually have the same opinions on every little aspect of life. And it's just, like, nowadays, people just want to be upset about stuff. And, like, yeah, I totally get it's, like, one of the most insane things. I mean, I know it's crazy, trust me. But I've, like... We've already been living in, like, the, like, crazy... Like, you can't write this stuff. Like... I don't know, it's, like, ridiculous. That's what I'm saying, like, American politics are just ridiculous. You know, it's like... I don't know what you expect at this point. Like, people want to make it about whatever they want to be, you know? But the narrative is, like, the one thing that I will say is just, like, it's just obnoxious, like, the bias in the media. And, like, it's just insane. Like, you wonder why, like, that dude won. It's like, you look at it, it's like, look at what the option is. It's just, like, people who think they do everything correct all the time, like, they're not also just as corrupt. Dude, like, back in when Bernie didn't win in 2016... How is it not obvious the Democratic Party is not what people think it is anymore? Like, what we see today in politics is not the same parties that you think they are. Like, nothing makes sense. It's like, this two-party system doesn't make any sense. It just sucks, like, all around for everyone. Like, it's just an unfortunate reality. And, like, people obsess over it. and they like live by identity. Like people just look at everything as like through a lens of like you have to fit this certain role of like what you look like, and it's like, what the heck is going on? Yo, this is not a good place. People need to be like more open-minded. People need to actually have dialogue, understand that like, you know, one of the things that makes America great is the fact that you can come to this country and like live your life and like become a citizen. Like it's like they try to say stuff like, oh, if you're an immigrant you should be upset about this. Like why? Like you're a legal immigrant. You're not a problem. You're what my family's immigrants too. Like what the, you know what I'm saying? Like that's what builds this country. That's what made this country. It's like the weirdest narrative, like these like media outlets, like it's like playing on people's emotions all the time, trying to trigger people to like fight each other. Yeah, like honestly, like people are very upset. Like the thing is, like there's no constitution being thrown out. Like you have to understand that like people, it's like I didn't even vote, if I'm being honest. Like I'm not a registered voter right now. I should for my local politics, but honestly it's like it doesn't even, like I just didn't see the point. Like after like I used to really care, like 8+ years ago maybe, like when I was like out of high school I really cared. You know, I voted for like Obama both terms. I really cared about Bernie Sanders, and like nowadays I just look at this shit and I'm like, this is dumb. And it's like shit's just really bad in the economy right now, regardless. It's like we're giving money to like all these other countries that like people care more about like wars in countries that have nothing to do with us. And it's like, what is wrong with people? Like people are just so, they want to be like virtuous and like, but they do in the weirdest ways, yeah. Sorry about it. I got like kind of like caught up in that when I said I didn't want to talk about it. I'm just saying, like if you think it's the end of the world because Donald Trump is president, it's not. You know what I mean? It's like business per usual. And like people think like women, like people talk about like, dude, I can understand like if you're a woman, you could feel like, I don't know, like obviously you're gonna be upset about the abortion aspects, but like it's still a state thing. You know what I mean? It's not like they're taking away abortion from America. It's still decided by the state. And on top of that, it's like, I don't know, like you expect like, if that's like the only reason people are gonna vote for like Kamala Harris, for example, it's like, no wonder like you lost so much of the voter population, because it doesn't matter to most people. And if you're gonna like make it about like they say about the R word and incest or whatever, like in cases of that, and like that's like the main talking point on these things, and it's like, oh my god, you know what I'm trying to say? Like how delusional of a party to think that's like enough like value to like add to it, you know what I mean? Like, and then like women are out here like posting things like women's rights are gone. It's like, no, they aren't. They surely are not. So like, why are you filming yourself having a breakdown on the internet? It's so weird. It's not real, you know? It's like fake as fuck. It's for clicks and views. It's like people screaming and posting themselves. Like, it's hilarious. It's just like, I mean, like, that's the thing, like, you're allowed to feel like that. That's totally fine. Like, anyone can feel like Trump is the worst president in the world. It's not gonna be the end of this country, that is what I'm trying to say. No matter what you believe, it's just like, it's just so ridiculous. I just kind of laugh at it nowadays. It's like, in 2016, I didn't want Trump at all. I'd be like, never. You know what I mean? I want Bernie. But it's like, look what they're doing these days. It's like people are like, she has to be the first like woman president. It's like, why is that the only thing that matters? Like, it's all about like, it's complicated, you know? Like, I didn't even want to, like, I didn't even vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I legitimately didn't even vote because I'm like, these are our options. Like, this is so bad. Like, I don't even like, it's, I'm sorry to kind of get into the rant about it. Like, trust me, like, I'm not trying to say like you're wrong for being upset about Trump being in president. I understand like if you are, but like I'm just saying like if you're like, you have to like understand that like this like outrage on the internet is like ridiculous. It is so over the top. I cannot even believe it. It's like from a freaking cartoon. Like it can't be real. Yeah, I understand that 100%, Ada, 100%. Because trust me, like my girlfriend, she's very much like left-leaning, super like talks to me about this stuff. We talk about stuff all the time, and that's the beauty. Is like I am left, you know, I consider myself 100% like a liberal, but I look at like what they define as liberal ideology these days. I'm like, this is not what I was when I was growing up, being like a punk rocker and stuff like that. You know, it's like this stuff's weird nowadays. It's all about identity and like gender, and it's like, what? How did it become this? It's like people don't realize it's like some of the most like, it's like insane when people look through the entire lens of gender and race. It's like you're the actual like racist people. You know, it's like weird. How do you look at life like that? It's strange. And like I live in SoCal, you know what I mean? I live in Los Angeles. You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen like, and I grew up I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. You know what I mean? Like I grew up in PA, which is like, you know, traditionally a big swing state. And they went Trump this fucking election. You know what I mean? It's like crazy. Shit's insane these days. People have just like kind of lost the plot. Like, it's like, I was talking about the other day, like politics are just like sports teams in America. And like people don't even, like, they just like get so upset over it. And like, then they also obsess with it and wear like merchandise and put bumper stickers like on their cars and shit. It's like crazy, dude. People ain't like, yeah, 100% like, I mean like, but like that's the thing, like even if like American voters, like a lot of them are undereducated, it's like at the same time it's like most people are just voting against the other side that they don't like. It's not even that like they agree with the person they voted for, they're just voting for the opposite because the other side's worse. Do you know what I mean? Like that's why a two-party system sucks. And it's kind of why I'm not enthusiastic about it. And it's like, I have like, just like a very like honest take about it, because I'm like, I definitely like have voted Democrat my entire life. And it's like, I don't even want to vote. Like, I don't even like want to be associated with these parties that they call like Republican and Democrat. It's like weird. You know, it's like, there's no room for like that type of thought in our party system. Like it gets rejected like all the time. So it's like, you wonder why it's like people like, does my vote actually matter? I mean, I live in California, dude. Like they voted Harris. It matters more on like local politics, if anything, for like being a registered voter, which, you know, to be fair, I said I didn't vote this election, but it is honestly something that you should do in America. Like I'm kind of jaded, I'll be honest, I'm like jaded these days about this stuff. So take care, Tess. Oh, Madman Ultimate, what's up, bro? Sorry about that. We could do some Ogre Ousting. Do people feel like doing it? Yeah, the tariffs will be fun. Yeah, it does like up. There are like nuances that like people don't understand for sure. But it's like, people are also like, think about this. You as a human being should not be this readily accessible to get so much information all the time and be caring and caring. You know what I mean? Be that involved. I'm not trying to say like you shouldn't be involved in politics. I'm just talking about like outside of like your own country. Like imagine like caring about like wars in other countries that will never touch our soil. And I'm not saying like you shouldn't be empathetic towards humans, because everyone is. But I'm just saying like people like bear so much stress and anxiety these days, and that shit will kill you. like carrying that with you. Like if you think about like how animals are, like they have like flight or fight kind of like responses in the wild, and then they just like can abandon that. Like when they're out of it, they're just out of it. Like they can like shake it off and continue on living their wildlife. But humans, like we just constantly are like thinking about the future, the past mistakes we've made, things that are untold, like afraid of the unknown. And it's like people constantly are just putting themselves through stress and sometimes not even realizing it. And that stuff does manifest in your body, like into health effects and just like shorter lifespan. Like stress can kill you, and people just need to unplug to some degree. Like you can't like expect the entire world to be like super educated, because like they don't need to be to like make an honest living. But at the same time, it's like if you have like entire news stations out there like saying that entire voter base is garbage and calling them all Nazis and racist, it's like, what do you, when they're clearly not, it's gonna be like, how much credibility does something have anymore? So it's like, it's just like a very complex reality. Like there's no good options, but like there's also just like too much like levels of like what people expect someone to know what they know. And it's like you can't possibly know everything that someone else experienced without like maybe even having like an honest open dialogue about it, right? But we can do some ogre ousting after this raid if people want to. If we have enough people, let's just do some ogre ousting. Sounds cool, Ultimate. Yeah, like politics, like, I'm sorry I said I didn't want to talk it, but I hope you understand, like, I'm just coming from a place of like frustration. Like, I don't like that people get so upset about it, but you have every reason to be like this guy who was convicted of actual crimes now can never be faced charges of them. Like, it's like the most plot armor you've ever seen in like a presidential candidate. It's insane. You know what I'm saying? It's like some of the most ridiculous shit I've ever seen in my lifetime, and it's like we're seeing history in the making, regardless of like what it is. It's insane. But it's like just all the fear mongering is like unnecessary, because nothing's gonna change like that. Like people aren't getting deported because like Trump's now president. You know what I mean? It's like they try to make it, they try to frame stuff in such a malicious way. It's like makes me sick to my stomach, honestly, thinking about it. Yeah, what's up, Boss Dragon? That's pretty cool, Mad Ultimate. We'll have to check him out. Yeah, like, trust me, I understand like the frustration everyone feels. But I'm just trying to encourage you that, yeah, I mean, depending on who you are, you're gonna just look at me and be like, oh, I'm not, look at this guy trying to tell me what to do. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, nothing's gonna change. We already had him as a president. And like, people, definitely there's some cuckoo people, like the January 6th stuff. But like, I'm just a citizen of this country, and this will never like there's things that happen in waves, and it's, I'd say like the mainstream media like corrupts people. Like during COVID, like there was Asian hate in this country, and it's like, you know what I mean? Like people, the media like propels this like almost like propaganda towards people, and like dumb people view it as like, oh, this is like it actually puts fear in their hearts and stuff, you know? And it's like, that's not a good place to be, because people are stupid for sure, and they do like take things like the wrong way, and then innocent people get hurt because of it. It's like people are loony. Like mental health is a real crisis, and that's what I'm talking about. Like being connected all the time, like all, you know what I mean? All this like being able to get information at your fingertips. Like phones when I was growing up were like before, I remember when you couldn't even call someone on the phone and be on the internet at the same time. But nowadays it's like even like the Blackberries or like the sidekicks back in the day. You might, if you're young, you have no idea what I'm talking about. It's like when texting first became a thing. It was like the only thing you could do is text on like a sidekick. And it was like, wow, that's insane. Oh wait, does anyone want to do some? No problem. GG's. Does anyone want to do Ogre Ousting, by the way? Yeah, I definitely believe in climate change myself. I mean, I see it like I've seen like a shift in just climate in America because I grew up on the East Coast, and I'm 36 years old, and in that time span, I've seen like less winters, or like weird, like I don't know. I definitely think like if you just look at what it's more about just the reality of like the Earth is never going to be the same as yesterday. You know, like you look at the history of just what we know about the planet, like obviously just naturally as time goes forward, things are going to change just due to the like way things are being done on Earth. And humans have the most influence to a degree on like heating up the atmosphere through different like toxins of the, you know what I mean? Here, I'm gonna go to Ogre Ousting, and then I'll see if people want to do that, so I can try to help some people. Yo, that's awesome, Lucina. Sorry for getting all passionate about that, you know? I'm just like, it gets me fired up, yo. Because it's like obnoxious to me, yo. These people like crying on the internet. It's like gross. I'm like, yo, what's with the victimhood mentality? You're in the most privileged country. What the heck? Like, the fact you can even like have this dialogue and get like this much reception and positive feedback. How do you feel like you're that like you're oppressed in this society? It's crazy. All right, I'm gonna create a team. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm super open-minded about life. Like, I don't care about, like, I'll address you however you want me to. If you respect me, I respect you. That's just how life has always been for me. Yeah, we can do the old strategy. We'll pick colors. But, like, not everyone just deserves your respect right out the gates, you know what I mean? Like, that's just how it is. You just gotta, like, everyone's a person. Everyone is capable of being an asshole or a terrible person, you know? And it's like, you're not gonna just be defined a certain way just because of the way you look or like what you're associated with. You know, everyone deserves a chance to like be who they are, you know? I think it's just a better place to be when people can like be comfortable with the differences of each other. You know, it's not like, oh, I feel so oppressed. This guy's a Nazi, he voted for MAGA. It's like, no, this guy probably just, who knows why the hell they voted for him? Who cares? It's like, some people, for sure, yeah, there are going to be racist people that exist, right? No doubt. I mean, I always like jokingly say this because like, why do you think countries exist? Why do you think borders exist across the world? It's like, I don't know. Like, the comedy I like to watch, I like watching extremely like offensive comedy, like to maybe some people's standards. You know, like I feel like it's so refreshing to just hear people just making fun of each other, roasting each other, and everyone just laughing about it. You know, it's like, feels therapeutic for my heart to a degree. You'll do blue? Yeah, that's fine. What color do you want to be, Ultimate? No problem, Alfie. We could probably try it with 3. Apparently you can actually solo this. So... Alright, cool. I've seen people on Reddit have actually soloed. Honestly, like, my girlfriend was like talking to me about like how, like, even though I didn't vote this election, I do want to get, like, I've voted in the past, of course, but like, I need to get more involved with my local government in general. Like, that's something that like, I don't want to like make it seem like it's like a good thing to just like not vote for something, but it's like, there is still reason to vote, even if like the main presidency thing is like the way it looked this year. It's like you should at least get involved and understand like your local politicians of your city. And it's a right that we have in this country that is, you know, we take for granted, for sure. But like, again, I don't really care what side you vote for. I think like you're all Americans. Like that's what I was trying to get across here. This entire time like ranting about like how ridiculous stuff is these days. It's like everyone's an American if you're like a citizen of America. Like you got, like, you're living in one of the best freaking countries in the world regardless if you see it or not. Alright, we'll just kind of like, maybe we'll just do whatever. Since we have 3 people. And like as an outsider, like just enjoy the show. Like if you're not from this country, just enjoy the show. And like, you know, if all of a sudden we start turning into Nazi Germany, which I don't think it will actually happen, I feel like enough people will be recognizing it. You know, I don't know how to explain it. I just feel like it's like one of the most insane narratives. Like, yeah, shit's gonna get worse. Like tariffs might raise our taxes, blah, blah, blah. Women are gonna have to like work harder to like, you know what I mean? It sucks, for sure. Like, I get why it sucks. But I also like feel like it's exaggerated tremendously. Like, I guess you can look at it more like the control of like the Senate. Like, why was there such a sweep? Is it just because everyone, I don't think every person in the country is like, it's like, the way I look at it is like, it's the left's fault that this happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, it is the Democrats' fault that Trump became president. And it's like, that's how I see it personally. Like, that party is not what it used to be. And like, they say it is, but it's like, really not. That's insane, Ada. I'm really sorry to hear that. And like, yeah, trust me, like, whenever I was watching, I've watched both rallies. Like, I watched the Kamala Harris rallies, like, you know, there was one rally where there was a bunch of women talking about this stuff. And it's, like, I understand why people voted for Kamala, 100%. But, like, I honestly just didn't want to vote for anyone. It just felt, like, pointless. I mean, I live in California anyway, so, like, I already knew it was going to be voted. It's, like, Hollywood super liberal. Like, obviously it was going to be Harris. Like, you saw how many celebrity endorsements she had. She had, like, Nicki Minaj. Yo, that was actually hilarious, though. That stuff cracked me up. Like, why do, like, if, the funny thing is, it's like, if you, like, vote based on that stuff, too, that's actually really weird. But, you know, it feels very American. I just like that it just feels American. That, like, all these, like, you know what I mean? That these celebrities actually think people care what their opinions are. I think, like, if the Democrats, if they really are serious, like, they should have not, like, dude, they should have embraced Bernie, honestly, in 2016. If they embraced Bernie when he was running, instead of, like, I honestly think they rigged it against him. Like, honestly, like, I get it, like, people want the first female president, right? But, like, that's not the only qualification. Like, Tulsi Gabbard, actually, she's a pretty impressive politician. And she was a Democrat, and she left the Democratic Party, and she joined Trump's campaign. Like, whenever stuff like that happens, that's just kind of like an insult to injury to the Democratic Party. Like, she served as a, if I remember correctly, like, she served overseas in the army, like, as like a medic or something like that, like a nurse. You know what I mean? It's like, that's a woman I would vote for someone like that, hands down, like. Someone who actually, like, isn't just up there, like, you know, they're more than just a politician. They actually have, like, experience and know what they're talking about. This is a good map, I think. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's, like, nuanced for sure. Like, don't take my word for anything, you know? Like, I'm just some random dude, like, just trying to live my life, too. You know what I'm saying? It's like, my opinions don't really hold a grain of salt. They're just opinions. You know what I mean? It's really just goes back to what I was saying earlier, that most people can only see as much as they're seeing. Like, you know, that's why conversations are always going to be, like, conversations and discourse are just always the best thing in a situation. Because, like, you know, it's not even about being, like, uneducated. It's really just, like, understanding why people think and vote the way they do. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, honestly, he was convicted. That's the whole thing, right? It's like, he can't be convicted as a sitting president, which is, like, insane. I think that's the one thing that's just, like, ridiculous. Like, it almost feels like some fantasy that this is a world and, like, how things could actually be. You know? Like, someone who was convicted as a criminal somehow is actually able to still run for president. And then if they win, they're able to not be a criminal anymore. I think that's the thing that's the most insane about this election to me. Is like, what does this mean? You know, like, that's the one thing I think is the most concerning. Like, people going on social media being upset like it's going to be like Nazi Germany tomorrow or something. I think that's a little ridiculous, but I do feel like it is like something to the question of like corruption in American politics. Like, I have always felt like American politics are extremely corrupt. And this kind of just like, it's so cartoonish that it's like, how do you even interpret it? So, we could just like stop talking about this. I mean, if you're interested and you find this, you know, you like the dialogue about it, I'm down to talk a little more about it. I'm just saying, like, I'm never going to be in a position where I'm trying to like split hairs over politics. Because I know the nuance of people, you know? Like, I understand everyone's gonna like vote for a certain reason, and you're not wrong for voting for those things, you know? It's just kind of how it is. There's just like, unfortunately, baggage like with this. I don't know, it's so interesting, honestly. It's like fascinating in the worst way possible. Goodness. Alright. It's getting a little close here. Alright, I'm heading back. I don't know, I've been trying to comfort my girlfriend because I know she's upset about the election, but I legitimately just feel like you just gotta be there. Yeah, I'm the same way. I mean, you're just an earthling after all. It's the best. We can just try to be empathetic. I just think, like, in general, like, the way media is these days, it's like rage baiting people. Like, Twitter especially is designed for like rage baiting people, the way it's monetized these days. Like, it's kind of interesting. Or X, or whatever it's called. You think we need someone to just defend? Yeah, I'll let her know. Trust me, like, I always just try to, like, I don't like try to play devil's advocate, but it's more just like, I just legitimately feel like this is one of the worst elections ever in this country. Take care, Lucina. Let's see. Yeah, and I appreciate people like hearing me out about it too. You know, just even if you don't agree, like that's what I'm talking about, is that everyone has like, if you have tolerance for people's opinions, you're gonna go a long way in life. Like that's what life is always about. When you like, you know, just trying to be part of society. It's like, what can we do differently? I have 17 red, but we need 5 blue. Alright, I'll defend. I get like how people can feel that way, but I don't think it is kind of ridiculous, but I don't think that's like particularly the situation. I don't think people are like against a woman. It's just like, I'm not. I know for me, for a fact, like that doesn't matter to me at all. Like for some people, I'm sure it will matter, but like, I don't think like. I think the reality is that the Democrats didn't really try to focus on like young male voters or males in general. Like there was just such an emphasis on women, and I honestly feel like if they had something. I don't know. I just feel like it's like they just kind of dropped the ball. Like they're just trying to paint everything as like racist and misogynistic, but it's like not. It's actually more nuanced than all that. Like if you were like constantly like being called something that you're not, it's like it's just kind of like becomes waning on you. Yeah, this will be tough. Well, the thing is, it's more just like getting lucky with the Ogre Ousting. Yeah, that's a good point, actually, Ada. Like, because there's nuance in how people say things as well. Like, there's like, they could just be disingenuous about stuff, right? Oh no. Language in itself is kind of like deceptive. It can be. Linguistics could be an interesting subject to study. Alright, we need green really bad. I mean, that's the thing like they're like focusing on with this narrative. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't know, it is kind of like nuanced, I guess, the conversation. It's like very complex. Like what could I possibly know, right? I'm not a politician, I'm just some guy who lives in Southern California. And honestly, like, I do want to leave. Alright, we'll try again. Maybe we can get 4 people this time. Yeah, politics though, unfortunately, it's like, it's always something that is just not, it's not that it's not worth knowing about, like be informed, 100%. I'm saying that like, don't let it like tear your life apart. Try to like, take a deep breath, you know, reach out to people that are close to you, talk to friends who can see your perspective, or even talk to, you know, it's like you're not going to change people's opinions. That's one thing I've learned back in 2016. I deactivated my Facebook in 2016 because I was spending so much time on it trying to talk to people like why they should vote for Bernie Sanders. And I just realized all that time I was spending just arguing with people on the internet was time completely wasted. Like, it's like, why would I ever do that ever again? I felt like I didn't want to be associated with a platform that was like a time suck for me. It wasn't adding any value to my life, like adding stress to it, if anything. Like, where like, if I walked outside, life's good, you know? People aren't like There's a lot of diversity down here. You know, I see like, I've worked in many kitchens too, you know, like Hispanic dominant. And trust me, I understand like the nuance of the country and stuff, but dude, I have much love for like my experience in SoCal. It's been eye-opening, but also like kind of makes me miss being back on the East Coast a lot. Just like people are kind of like disingenuous to a degree in this part of the state. Not everyone, of course, but it's like people move to this area because they're like the hot shots of like their town. You know, like they're the biggest fish in their pond. So they come here and they're like, you know, a lot of like narcissists and stuff like that. People who are just kind of like almost like psychopathic. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like algorithm-based content is kind of interesting. It's fascinating to me. Because like TikTok is actually like an amazing resource. Even as like a creative, it's like you can actually get like value out of it if you know how to work these platforms. But like, yeah, it's like sometimes you get into little echo chambers on the internet. It's really easy to like be an algorithm and being fed a certain opinion and not really having the, like you're being fed a bias constantly. And sometimes it's like, yeah, it's not a good place to be because you won't even realize it's happening to you. We got 4 people, by the way. All right, I'll do black then. Sounds good. We got a strategy. I mean, my channel, if it's not obvious, on Twitch at least, there's like a mature theme for whenever you join my, I would say my content is like 18 plus in general, because I don't mind talking about like religion and politics at times, but it's like I'm not like fence sitting when I'm talking about this stuff. I just legitimately don't recognize. Like if I lived in a state where my vote actually mattered for the election, I probably would have voted, but it really doesn't matter here. Like, not to be whatever. Like, legitimately, California is like one of the only, like, yeah. But anyways, we can stop talking about politics because we have 4 years of this and it's already like, I'm just trying to like, I want to be chilling, dog. Like, if I'm being honest, like life kind of, like, life's not bad. I'm just saying like fast food, like a lot of things have just like really gone up in price the last couple years. Outside of just like national politics, it just, life has just been like a grind the past like 4 years, I feel like. Since the pandemic left us, there's been a lot of good that's come from it. Like I work fully remote these days, like on my job. But you know, at the same time, I would like to see my dollar go further, which probably isn't going to happen ever again. Like, honestly. Like, I just feel like money is weird. Like, it's like you're constantly trying to play catch up. The hard level, yeah, it's like more things attack your berries, and then on top of it, you need more balloons overall. You can, I've seen people say they've soloed it, so I don't know if it like increases, I don't even know, like honestly, if it increases difficulty when you add people. But apparently you can actually solo this mode. I don't know if I'd want to, I don't know. I feel like it's really hard. Typically. Like, this is a pretty difficult situation. I mean, like, maybe, like, to a degree, I just want to, like, kind of reflect, like, it's like, hopefully nothing horrific happens, but I really don't think anything crazy is. And if it does, it's like, I mean, we'll just see. Like, I legitimately feel like the media is like the worst proponent of fanatics and like crazy people. It's like why people go to like Twitch streamers and like YouTubers for their news, like, you know what I mean? People don't really have faith in these like mainstream media outlets anymore. Yeah, we'll start doing sweeps once we get to a high enough number. Alright, looking pretty good so far. You know, like, the thing is, it's like, I have a daughter too, so it's like, trust me, I understand, like, people say, like, people are, like, there's people online trying to say, like, you failed your daughters and girlfriend stuff. It's like, you need to chill out, like, it's not, like, we're not, like, out there, like, I don't know. Like, I get, like, maybe there is, like, it's, like, hard to get, there might be some misogyny for sure in the country. But it's, like, women's rights aren't being stripped. It's just, like, abortion and healthcare in that regard is kind of complicated, and unfortunately so. But it's still, like, I live in California, on top of that, where that stuff is, like, not the same as every other country. I mean, state. And it's not like you're, like, I don't know. I'm just saying, like, it's such a complex conversation, and whenever that's, like, the main talking point, a lot of times, it's, like, more complicated than that. They should, like, not be, I don't know how to explain it. It's, like, it sucks. But, like, I live in California again. Like, literally, women are fine here. So, you know what I mean? It's, like, it's hard. And, like, it kind of goes back to what I'm saying. Is, like, is it really my job at that point to be, like, if literally everyone vote, like, Harris wins California. And it's, like, I don't feel guilty about anything. That's what I'm trying to say. And there's nothing that I would have done differently that could have done anything differently here. But then that kind of goes back to me saying, like, I should have voted at least for my local politicians. That's the one thing I regret. But I mean, like, my daughter's 4 years old too. It's like, she doesn't need to care about who the president is. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, I'm sure that our parent, I mean, the Trump presidency is one of the most insane things I've ever seen. If politics just get crazier moving forward, I don't even know what to say. Like, I remember back in the day when Arnold Schwarzenegger became governor of California. I was living in PA at the time. But that was, like, huge news, because it was like the Terminator is the president, or like the governor of California. You know what I mean? It's like, that may have, like, even set the pathway for this type of stuff. Like, I remember as a kid, like, seeing that and kind of feeling like, wow, that's crazy. Like, there was a wrestler, I think, at one point too. I can't remember. Like, we've had celebrities, I guess is what I'm trying to say, in political positions at one point or another. In the, like, maybe it was like the 90s or like the early 2000s, I can't remember. I'm not saying it, like, justifies it, but I'm just saying America's always been kind of like, what is going on, yo? And didn't, like, Arnold Schwarzenegger, he had a kid with his maid. That's insane, yo. That dude, like, banged his maid. Oh, Jesse Ventura, yeah. It's not saying that, like, these people weren't qualified. I'm just saying, like, yeah, it's, like, been a part of our history already. I feel like sometimes people forget because things are just so much more ridiculous now. It is kind of crazy, like, to be honest. Like, I'd like to think I'm somewhat informed, you know? I'm not gonna be perfect. I'm always open to, like, being informed and, like, having a dialogue about things I don't know much about. But at the same time, it's like, I just feel like it's hard to know, like, anything living in this world. Things just feel, like, corrupt. It's fuck. Sorry for my language. The cards just feel stacked against the average citizen. And what I mean is like majority of the country. Just trying to like survive. Like when most of the country is like living paycheck to paycheck, that's not a good place to be. But how do you resolve that? Yeah. I see what you're saying, Ada. Alright, so we can do sweeps now. Good luck. Oh, snap. I went the wrong way. Alright, good luck everyone. I'll try to focus so we can get these. Oh my gosh, my pathway was pretty bad there. I mean, American healthcare is absolutely trash. The food in this country is trash. Like, I legitimately am upset about that stuff. Trust me. It just feels like it's designed to be like in cohesion to each other. Like, get you sick so you can go to the doctor. Like, I feel like it's really unfortunate. Like, it'd be crazy if the FDA started banning, like, I know, like, it's more about like things that are like when you look at other countries, like I don't need my food to be dyed and look beautiful and like fluorescent for me to eat it. You know, like I want to be healthy, yo. I don't need my food to look pretty. If it has like a blemish on it, like I'm down. That means it's like real. You're not gonna die from eating something like that. I have 15 gray. Just defend whoever's there. Alright, if anyone has any more gray, I have all the red. Alright. We only need gray. It was pretty close. Yeah, like, there's a lot of things I benefit from being in California that were like voted in, you know, being like a Democrat or whatever. But the healthcare system absolutely just isn't great in America. It sucks. It's like, it almost like discourages you to get through the entire system. Like when I set up appointments, I have to set them up like months in advance to get seen. We almost got it. We were pretty close there with like the situation. We'll try again. I guess we could have just kept continuing. My bad about breaking up the party. It's hard to avoid talking about politics, you know, like I'm not typically someone that like avoids talking about stuff. But at the same time, it's just like people are so heated right now after the election. And this is the first time I've gone live since. It's so funny though. It's like the people that are more interested in it are people like outsiders, I feel like. Like Kimberly, for example, Tess, she's from the UK. And she's like, she said to me, did you hear about Trump becoming president? That cracks me up so hard. It's like, no, I didn't even know. Who even knew? That makes me laugh. It's like, nope. News to me. I'll go for gray again, gray-black. It's kind of hard to do without voice chat, but we got really close there. I think it's just going to be a matter of luck and good RNG. Because you know what? I think there was a point in that last map where that exact color that we needed a couple for, I think one of the like critters, I don't remember if it was like Munchlax because I wasn't there, but something was eating berries there. So maybe that's what happened. Yeah, I'm moving on from that topic now. I guess more about playing it by ear moving forward. See what happens. But yeah, don't worry. Like, just know you got... Things are probably not gonna like be that much different. Unfortunately. Just be weary of like the hyper sensation of like media. Like that's the one thing that disturbs me. Journalism is like almost dead. At least at like a mainstream level. But you know, we live in a great time for getting information as well. And you can observe, you know, multiple bias from different lenses if you desire. But at the end of the day, you should pretty much be like, you should focus on things that like actually bring you joy in life. And like if that is like, you know, protesting or whatever you need to do, then that's great. But don't be spending like all your time on the internet fighting with bots, because literally I think that's what the internet is. I feel like the internet is just full of like rage bait for like trying to get you to like interact with the content. It's a genius marketing strategy, honestly. Super polarizing, but that's what you want. Because you know, when you have such an extreme topic, you can like cater to the one audience, milk it, and then the other one is like hate commenting and all that, which is always good for the internet. Like that's what people want. You've probably even seen people intentionally just like mispronounce or like do things in a video that make people like, hey, did you notice this thing? Or hey, you didn't say this right. And it's all by design. Because there's always that person that has to correct someone's grammar or whatever, you know. It's so funny to think like people getting played like a fiddle and they don't even realize it at times. And that's maybe what even happened this election, who knows? Who truly knows? Only time will tell. I hope we can get some successful Ogre Ousting in for people, so you can get your Munchlax. I'll just defend. Oh wait, I guess you're green also. So we're both done. Technically. I'll see if I can find some blue. Just in case. There's one. Honestly, it'd be kind of interesting to live in some other country, just like outside of just like the politics of like this year. It's so funny, like people threaten to leave the country every election and no one ever does, because people realize America's pretty great still. There's just like a lot of corrupt stuff that happens outside of just like typical like whatever people's... Oh wait, I'm collecting the wrong stuff, I just realized. Whoops. Whoopsie daisy. Yeah. Man, I was not expecting to talk about politics when I went live today. I was not prepared to be... I mean, I'm never like planning a discussion about it. But it just annoys me so much, honestly. And I kind of let it out here for a second, so thank you for letting me be... Thanks for letting this be a open dialogue briefly. I'll try to be more responsible. I'm not. It's not even like being responsible about talking about it. It's like, I don't even want to be talking about this stuff, honestly. Like, I'm down to, but it really is just like too nuanced. And it's always going to be like dividing. Right, boo boo? You want your dinner early, don't you? Come here. Oh, baby. I figure that's why. But you were being tasteful about it. 100%. And I respect that about you, you know, like, you didn't just come in here, like, trying to... You know, like, not everyone is on the same, like, wavelength. So, I'm not, like, upset, like, Tess kind of, like, steamrolling my... Like, I'm the only one that, like... I went on with the conversation. You know what I mean? Like, it has nothing to do particularly about one person mentioning it. Like, maybe I have to talk about it. But yeah, it just sucks overall. Alright. There's some gray over here. Alright, I almost got all the gray. I'll get a couple more red. I'm coming back. I have 10 red. In case. Alright, I didn't need to get those then. Yeah, probably... We do the sweeps now. So we'll just head off the corner of our color. I think that's the best way to separate. Good luck. Oh, by the way, I didn't tell... I meant to mention this. Did I mention this? I made a song and I released it called the Weeaboo song. It's a cover of a YouTuber. It's a pretty good song. I released it like a couple days ago. I didn't release it on Spotify because I couldn't find a mechanical license. Because I guess the song, since it was only released on YouTube, it never had an official publisher. So I couldn't like license the song. Which is what you do when you're trying to cover a song. Like I can legitimately get licenses to a song and get the permission to make a cover and upload it to Spotify or YouTube Music. It's pretty sick. Yo, what's up before dawn? But yeah. Weeaboo song. I could probably put it on. Maybe I'll put it on. I have all the green, we just need... Here, I'll get them. We need 2 more black, but I think I might be able to get them. Oh no. We need 1 more black. I accidentally got... Can someone get the 1 black? I have all the green. Shout out to Before Dawn. Hope you're doing well. Alright, remember, head out the corner of your color. to avoid running into the same area. I just saw someone go my direction. Okay. Yeah, whenever we do the big sweeps, if possible, try to use your color as a reference of which way to run out on the map so we don't run into each other. Alright, I'm heading back. Okay. Guess it's time to see. Do we got what it takes? Alright, I'm heading back. We need gray, probably. Oh no, it's gonna be close. Gray and green. Oh no. There's not a lot of time. Dang it. Pretty close, but unfortunately. Whenever there's the, I think the square ones, you can just sit in the middle and hit the R button over and over. You don't actually have to move around to scare away the critters. Here, nice try though. Oh, too many people were trying to defend. The way that I was trying to do it before, maybe I'll mention it since I didn't get to mention it. Whenever you turn in, whenever we get to these higher stages, if you're defending, like you could dedicate one person, but I think it's actually better if people keep rotating defender. So if you come to turn in, if you're already defending and you see someone turning in, you should run and start to get berries while that person's finishing up turning in, and then that person will defend until the next person comes in to turn in. So always the last person who turns in will be the one who currently defends. That's the way I was thinking would be most efficient, because it takes time to sit there and just turn them in, and like you can obviously like alter between like scaring things away and turning in. Like you don't have to like, if you're already defending, you don't have to like instantly turn everything in at once. So it takes a little skill for that. I feel like if we can somehow pull that off, since we're not really using communication, that might be the better way to go about it. So yeah, if you're listening, maybe I'll try to remind us once we get closer to that part again. But yeah, I'll try to focus on what we're doing so far is pretty good. Also, whenever we start doing the sweeps and we're not being color specific again, let's go by we'll go to opposite directions, but we'll use it based on our color at the base. So if it's a square, like how it was on the last one, we'll just go to our colors and then go those opposite directions. And then the best method is to go as far to the edge of the map as possible, and then just kind of work on collecting on your way back. That's the fastest way to start each map. Like instead of like, you know what I mean? Like, because you want to work from the farthest part of the map towards the goal. Because sometimes like people will be collecting and then like turn around and then come back. You know? Just something to think about. Yeah, if we have 4, we'll stay color specific. If we only have 3 this next time, then we'll pretty much just go for whatever color the whole time. But the defending thing, I think, will become more of a role for us. Like, we have to kind of rotate defender. I mean, we could try it with just us, but there is a little bit of, like, a minute left before it's over. If anyone would like to join. Let's see. Yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. You know, thanks for tuning in. I hope you're having a great weekend, regardless of maybe how this week has gone. Everyone's entitled to their feelings, but don't let it like control your whole weekend, you know. It still can be a great weekend, whatever you make of it. Alright, we're just gonna do whatever color for now. Dragon and Alfie. We'll try with 3 people and see if we can manage to get a bit further. So yeah. For the colors though, keep your color and we'll kind of use those colors to determine what direction we go in. Like, later in the maps at least. This early game. Excuse me. Oh my goodness gracious, excuse me. Like, these early maps won't matter as much. Okay, I got all the red. If anyone's curious. Okay, cool. Someone else already got it. Alright, I got the grays. I'm coming to turn in. Let's see. See, I'm like going to the edge of the map. I mean, this is kind of overkill for these early stages, but it's like a good thing to kind of just keep doing to the point where you're just doing it. Like, you're not even really like that is like how you play the game, you know? I think it's just the most efficient way. If you have good placement, you can actually just make it, like, that kind of cost me a little bit there, right? But yeah, it's cool. It works. I mean, to be fair, the one time I completed this during that stream, Overrated kind of just like clutched it. Also, I just realized, if people want to do Feraligatr Raids, I'm down to do more Feraligatr Raids too. I just know that some people have been wanting to do Ogre Oustin, and I know it's really hard to do. And it's hard to get everyone a chance at the same time. I have been thinking about doing a members only stream of Ogre Oustin where I can just hyper focus on a singular group. It has been, I think it's like, I don't remember what, I think you can, yeah. You're down for some Gatorades? Yeah, I guess we can see how this goes. If it feels like we're actually doing okay with just 3, if it's like kind of like the same, maybe we'll try more. I mean, I'm always down to go back and forth. That's kind of the idea of today's stream, is just try to help people out where they want helped out. Like, if you're trying to do raids, even if you want to just do Blissey raids and stuff, like, I'm down to like grind some raids. But I know this is something that, you know, I'll keep this as an option beyond this raid. I mean, this stream. It's not like this will be the last stream I do Ogre Oustin, because I do recognize that most people probably aren't going to get it done today. You know, it's just part of the way we're doing it. You know, it's, I think voice chat is almost essential, but I have gotten pretty close with people and we didn't use voice chat, so I think there is like, you know, sometimes the stars just align when you're playing. That's a good point, actually. We could, yeah, Ogre Oustin will still be in the game. That is a great point. I mean, if people want to do some Gatorades, I'm totally down. You make a compelling argument. All right, I got what we need. I'm coming back to turn in. Very nice. Good job so far. And thanks again for tuning in and dealing with me. Appreciate it. Much love here from Sassifrass. I know my channel says like someone referred to me as Daily Sassifrass. You can just call me Sass or Sassifrass, whatever. And I know I'm not always daily. There was a point I was. It's more just that I'm like kind of lazy at times. Like, I definitely have a backlog of clips I've been meaning to make. Like edit them for the channel, but just so busy these days, you know? And other endeavors take precedence, like family. Sometimes it's just kind of hard to get the live stream going. It's kind of like a blank canvas. It's like, what do I do? But I knew people wanted to do this, so it wasn't really, it was like a no-brainer. Like, oh, yeah, definitely need to help out Ogre Oustin again. I have the gray ones, by the way. Heading back. And also, gators. You are making me kind of hungry though, talking about garlic. I'll definitely do, after this set, depending how close we are, I'll do a gator raid. And I'll kind of get into that cycle again. But yeah, for anyone that needs it, if you haven't done the raid, just let me know and I can prioritize you. That's generally what I prefer to do. But I'm also down to just kind of grind it for items. I definitely used up some Herba Mystica this week, failing on a shiny hunt for Poltergeist. So definitely could use getting some more Herba Mystica back. Getting to that point. Alright, I think I have 15 red. I have all the red. Just focus blue and gray, if you can. Alright, I have 2 blue. Oh no, none of those are colors we need. Alright, go. I can defend. Alright, we just need 1 blue and black. Alright, nice. Pretty close. Pretty close, but I guess we just gotta try our best. Alright, I'm gonna try to go as far to the edge as I can. Hey, welcome back, Overrated. I'm gonna do more Gator Raids after this. I almost got lost in the sauce here. now. Alright. Let's see. Alright. I'll go and get some green and gray over here. Alright, we don't need gray, we just need green, red, and blue. And I have 8 green. Oops. Goodness. Goodness gracious. Alright, I have 10 green, 4 red. 9 red. I have all the blue. No, never mind. I only have 2 blue. What am I talking about? I have the red and green. We just need blue. Just get blue. And I'll defend. Oh, wait. Sorry. I'm so sorry. What was I doing there? I was like, what? Alright, I'm heading out the black area. I'm gonna try to get close to the edge here. Okay. Good luck. Alright, I'm heading back. Turn in. I say risk it for the biscuit. Alright, I got 3. Oh wait, never mind, you got the blue. That's fine. Okay. One of you maybe defend. Alright, I'm coming back. I have all the red, I have 6 green, and I have 7 gray. So we just need gray and green. Someone go. Go ahead, leave. I'll defend. Go ahead, leave. I'll defend. Alfie, go ahead. I know you're kind of behind. We just need green. Green and gray. Green and gray. That's what we need. 6 green, 3 gray. And I've got defending. We need 3 gray. 1 gray, 1 gray, 1 gray. Oh no. Dang it. So close. It was a nice try. We had 3 people that time. Super close. Alright, I'm gonna go do another Gator raid. We can always go back to doing more Ogre Ousting as well. Alright. Yeah, it was super close. For 3 people. I think it really is gonna be a little bit of RNG at that point. Like, legitimately. Like, it's like, since we aren't in voice call, we can't be as efficient either. Like, there's not, I try to turn down the latency on my stream, so there's a little bit more of a real-time interaction on YouTube. But I didn't want to compromise too much of the quality, but at the same time, it can, like, I can actually make it even faster, technically. Alright, I'm gonna head over to this raid. Can you put in codes? If you have a Gator raid, yeah, you can put in your code. Is that what you mean? Or do you mean for Ogre Ousting, if you want to keep doing Ogre Ousting? If you have a raid you want to share, you're more than welcome to put in your codes. Or like if you're trying to do Ogre Ousting. I'm just trying to clarify which one you're putting in. I don't mind you putting in codes. Like if you're trying to get a group with people in the stream, that's totally fine. Or if you want to just share and like try to get me in it, I'll help. And we can get people in the stream to join. Either or works for me, honestly. So I'll just wait to see. Yeah, if you want to, you can put your code in and I'll try to join. Here, I'll go to the... I'll try to join yours first. And then we'll do mine. So you can put your code in the chat and then I can try to post it again so that people can see it. Or you'll also see me typing it on the stream. But yeah, I'll copy it and I'll send it out again because for people who might be watching on Twitch potentially. Let's go, people up and down. Feraligatr Raids are back in town. Okay, if mine's already here, we'll do mine first. Sounds good. Alright, I'll put the code up and feel free to join. Thanks again for tuning in today, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you. I know it's like all over the place here with the stream, but thanks for tuning in when you can. Alright. Feel free to join if you're trying to do some Gatorade. Ooh, Quackville. That's kind of interesting. How about I run... Arachnid? Ugh. Mine's more support, so I can like help, you know, lower its attack. Alright, there's room for one more person if you'd like to join. Thanks again for tuning in. If you are watching YouTube, please hit the like button. It does help me out a lot here. And yeah, I just hope you're enjoying the vibe here. Try to normally not get so... I mean, no, honestly, I used to be kind of like really like passionate. It's probably the best way to describe it. I remember back in the day I would just go on tangents. I still do occasionally. It's like, that's just how I'd be. It's a little hard sometimes to gauge the reception. You know, I'm like literally talking to a camera. But, you know, you're here and you're listening to me. I can see what you say to me, but even then, it's like how someone says it can mean something entirely different. All right, let's just go. We got this. Oh yeah, I was talking about a song I released. How about I segue and we put that on here. You should check it out too. It's pretty, it's funny. I wanted to make a cover of the song because I find it to be pretty funny. Like the lyrics. I made a cover of it. You know, did my own take on that. On the song, right? gonna post it here. I'm just gonna play it in the queue. And I'll post it in the chat too if you're interested. What's going on? Can you see that? Is it working? Oops. Let me go for lunge. My chat is not weird. There we go. Alright, this next song is the cover. It's on my other YouTube. I'll turn it up. It's called a Weeaboo song.
Konnichiwa senpai, please notice me. I watch Asian cartoons. I'm a weeaboo. I live in my mom's house. I'm like 32. I collect swords and throwing stars. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I will always be one step ahead of you. Because I read the manga.
Oh yeah.
I haven't showered in like 16 weeks. All my friends and peers are ashamed of me. Because all of a sudden, I think I'm Japanese. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo. Yes, I'm a weeaboo.
Rockman is pretty solid as support in this raid. Alright, let's go.
A fucking weeaboo. A disgusting weeaboo. I live at my computer desk and argue with teenagers on the internet.
Would you rock this song out in your car? Like, yeah, Weeaboo song.
Japan's a pure countries. I've learned a bit of Japanese, so now I'm qualified to be a part of their community. So I made my avatar.
I do not have a Cerulege shiny, unfortunately, Eurojack. Is that something you were looking for? Are you trying to get a shiny Cerulege for your team? Oh no. The skater's coming at us, I gotta go for lunch. I'll go for a heal cheer also. Does anyone have a shiny Char Cadet or a shiny Cerulege that they'd be willing to trade with Eurojack? They're getting a shiny Rayquaza event? Is it in Scarlet and Violet? Is it a mystery gift? That's insane to think. Alright, we're fine. I can just go for lunges. Reflect doesn't really matter in this fight since it has Psychic Wings. That's really cool. Was there like a shiny Rayquaza featured in the anime or something recently? Because I think I've seen a picture of this. Because that's kind of crazy. They get like all the like awesome stuff in Japan. People do go pretty hype over there though for Pokemon. I mean, it is where it's from. It's like kind of crazy to think like, oh, it's just such a world dominant franchise. It is awesome though, like, it's one of those like franchises that even if the games sometimes need, like, I would love to see more innovation for sure. But I think just the love and care they put behind the designs of Pokemon are so interesting. That's a really good point. No. You make a great point. If we could somehow get a full group of people using dark type Pokemon, then you can actually take advantage of Reflect, yeah. I mean, that's pretty clever. I feel like it, yeah, because it does occasionally still use it even with like a steel type. Just because, I don't know. It doesn't use it as much, but I think I've seen it use it against me when I used Corviknights for the solo. All dark team. I mean, someone was just using, what is that called, low kicks? It seemed to work pretty good. It has the leech life. And it hits really hard, and it's dark type, so. Maybe that's a good one. Does low kick? I wasn't paying attention. Does it get lunge also? And then maybe use like Grimmsnarl just to set up screens, maybe. And like, maybe there's some other moveset you could put on it. Alright, did I just, there it is. Low kicks could be pretty cool. Oh yeah, that seems like the perfect moveset. And then I'm assuming it's a Shell Bell. Do I have a low kicks? I know I have a shiny one probably in my Pokemon home. Maybe it's in my box still. You know, I just really like to search low kicks. I don't need it to be shiny. Do I have one though? I don't even have one in here. We're nimble though, right? That's hilarious. I've like got rid of most of my stuff. Like I just put it in home. Oh, I have a shiny one. The thing is though, I already have a shiny low kicks. And this was for my decks. It is in a sport ball though, that is pretty sick. Oh wait, that's... Alright, I'm gonna join your raid, Dragon. Let's see. What am I doing? I'm so lost. If anyone, oh yeah, if anyone else wants to join, I'm gonna join this raid real quick. Alright. And then I'll host another one. That's rough. They have it like locked like that. That's crazy. Oh yeah, the Galarian Weezing's kind of cool in this fight too. Actually, it's pretty good. I'll just bring Registeel, because honestly, Registeel just tanks everything. It's just body press, iron defense, and like even like Earthquake or anything it's weak to just like does nothing to it. It's crazy. It's like the one time Registeel actually is kind of good, because it's kind of just whatever. Like yeah, it can take hits, but like competitively, you never even see it used because it's so like, excuse me, its offensive stats are just so mid. I guess because it has body press, iron defense, and you can Tera fighting, not that you need to. It does actually have kind of an offense now. I've never really seen it used. We could probably beat it with us. Alright, let's go. Oh. Clear smog, that's cool. That's right. That's a good call. I'll just go for like Iron Head turn 1. Or no, I'll go for Sunny Day. What am I talking about? I almost forgot I have Sunny Day on this to weaken the water move. And there's no water types here, so this is fine. Not that it would matter. Like, even the water moves aren't the attacking moves. They're just like chilling water to lower attack. That's kind of crazy you can only get it in the DLC. So I'm curious then, what made you not want to get the DLC? Do you feel like it's unnecessary? Like, I mean, I'm kind of like the type of person I'm probably gonna play. I'll admit that, like, until it gets, I feel like Pokemon hasn't gone that bad. You know, like, there's still a lot of potential still in the franchise, you know? But I can understand not wanting to get the DLC. You hate that you have to pay for it. I know what you're saying. I feel like, though, the reality, at least like how I interpret it personally, was back, almost like, it's more about a conversation of like, how do you get your extra content? Because they always release a third game that's supposed to be like a better version of the base games, right? Like Platinum for Diamond Pearl. And then they add some content in it. And it's kind of like DLC, but it's like you have to play through an entire game all over it, like all over again, just to get to that new content. So it's like, to some aspect, I feel like it's okay. Like, because it's like, they already did that with the other games. I mean, even just having versions is already like it's like they've set a standard for something that was initially, maybe back in the Game Boy days, it actually did have some intention to like take advantage of technology that did exist via the link cable. Like, that was a thing that you could use on your Game Boy, which with like other different games, like Tetris, for example, or something. But then it's like Pokemon was just designed, and it's like, maybe we can make it like, we can make a feature that encourages people to play with each other. So they had like version exclusives, blah blah blah, trading, battling, and it's like kind of fascinating that it's still like the model of the games, even though we've moved past that period of like why it was needed to be that way, if that makes sense. Take care, Alfie. I hope you have a good evening. So yeah, I definitely understand, like, it's like, gaming nowadays has definitely gone the pay to win, like keep you playing something as long as possible, trying to profit off of you somehow. You know what I mean? Like, absolutely, I do agree. Like, but I think like, it's really just like the model of the games at this point in general, and it's like, the way I look at it is either we could get like another version of Gen 9 that's like kind of like how like all, like, you know, all these like third games are in the generation, or they could just give us DLC, which is technically cheaper. I think isn't like $30 for both. I think that's like the main reason why I feel like it's okay, because then I don't have to play the game. Like, I'm older now too, so I guess maybe that's why. It's like I don't have like, you know, I definitely will grind games out at times. You know, I'll stay up past my bedtime. But like, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make sometimes just to like play a game. But I'm saying like, I don't really play like, I'm older. Like, I mainly play like when I'm doing events these days, and like if I'm playing competitive outside of streaming. But like, aside that, it's like, I guess what I'm trying to say is that I kind of like that I don't have to play through the entire story again, because I'd only want to do that if I actually wanted to play through the game again. And if I'm being honest, the way I definitely have some nostalgia about the beginning of playing Scarlet and Violet, but I feel like it's going to be years before I want to do another playthrough of this game. Like, I've actually been thinking about replaying an older game on stream. Like, something that just feels like, almost like, why did I love Pokemon growing up, you know? Like, I still love it, but like, there's something very charming about the sprites on the old games. And the pacing of the games are kind of bad too, like, they're pretty slow. Yeah, I'm like exactly the same way, yo, 100%. It's like family comes first, right? But like, you know, if your kid ends up liking Pokemon, then you can just share that with them, which is super cool. Like my daughter, she's 4 years old. She loves Pokemon, but it's not like something I try to like, you know what I mean? She doesn't even like she's not like exposed to this on that level or anything. She doesn't even know about this, honestly, me like making content on the internet. But like, she just gravitated towards it and just likes it. Like kids at school, like she thinks it's cool to wear like a Pokemon shirt and stuff. You know what I mean? It's so funny. It's just hilarious to me. It's like whatever, if you like it, that's cool. But yeah, 100%. It's like, I know exactly where you're coming from though. But I think it's kind of cool, you know, like it makes me like wonder like trading in Pokemon. Like back in the day, it actually kind of had more value. Like nowadays, like a lot of people gen Pokemon. So it's like hard to be, if you're someone who wants authentic shiny Pokemon or just authentic Pokemon all around, there's not a lot of like ways to verify or check your Pokemon properly to make sure you're not, you know, it's like tough. That's hilarious. I know what you're trying to say. I remember doing that too though, like prior to the bottle caps. And like the flavor text too wasn't even like that obvious what IVs were. It's kind of crazy actually. Yeah, that's like what you gotta do. Yeah, I mean that's a fair way to look at it, Earthling. Like it's long, like I think like that's a fair way to look at it. I just think because if you play competitive though, they've kind of shown during this cycle of the game, which honestly I don't feel like I've ever seen. I've never seen people disqualified for Gen Pokemon in an official tournament, even though it's been clearly a part of the history of like the DS games. I mean, it's like with Hidden Power, blah blah blah, like Hidden Power Ice on a Genie Pokemon, like Thundurus or Landorus, not Landorus, excuse me, Thundurus or like Tornadus. Thundurus I think is the only one actually that you would get it on. Like Hidden Power Ice or Hidden Power Grass for coverage. Like that was like, people weren't hunting that. Like even with like, if you had to get that specific IV spread, you'd have to go through a full stat calculator to even verify you caught the right one. You know what I mean? It's like too much work. People have to like soft reset for days just to, you have to fight it, weaken it, catch it. That's like, it's always been a part of the game for sure. Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. I like, that's a cool, people have like different aspects of what they enjoy about doing in the game. I think that's what makes Pokemon so cool overall, is that you can play these games for entirely different reasons and you can play them differently. Like people can reinvent the games, you know, try different like mini games created just by like people play like, I'm like, what's that one feature in the game where you can turn into the animal? I can't remember what it's called. I've never even done it except the one time. But like the synchronized machine, I think it's called. It's like we could be doing that stuff, yo. And I never think to do it because it's like literally such a minute addition to the game. But it's like maybe there is something fun about doing that. Yeah, they've made the games more accessible to get into competitive Pokemon, which is just a plus. I don't feel like it should be so difficult to build a Pokemon. It's a little cryptic. Like they really just need to make a game where they keep like the same idea of what's going on, but they just kind of like don't make getting those Pokemon such a grind. Like maybe catching them or breeding them potentially, but when it comes to actually getting the proper stats that you desire, Like, I almost feel like it's just like random IVs should just be a thing of the past. Like, it should just be like you get your Pokemon as a blank slate and then you design it how you want it to be. Like, just like an RPG, right? Like something similar to that. Like, that would be a really cool way to go about it. Pokemon Rangers is a really cool game, but it only could be possible due to the like stylus, like the functionality of the DS having that like stylus and that like second screen. I mean, if rumors about the Switch 2 are like, it might be a hybrid of like the like older DS. That'd be insane actually if it was like, actually I don't know. Yeah, like if it was more accessible, one, it would be like you can build more fun like spice on the fly, and then just kind of like it's just more appealing to have, like it's more straightforward that way too. Like it should just be like a slider. Like maybe they can make it like if they really had to, like you have to go to a certain place in the game, like a trainer or something, and then you sit down and like you just use a slider, like how you do on Pokemon Showdown. Like legitimately, they should just pay Pokemon Showdown and like almost make that like a like partnered, like almost like a potential way, you know, make it like associated with Pokemon. It's already like widely used, and it's not, they're not coming for it. Like they're not trying to get rid of Pokemon Showdown. They know how much value it brings to the competitive scene. And I don't think they should get rid of it, but they should just embrace it. Like throw some money, take the concept, just add it to this game. Because then you don't need Pokemon Showdown anymore. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it could still be a thing, but you don't actually need it when it's so fast to just build in game and then practice directly in game. And like, I mean, to be fair, it does go faster in Showdown with the pacing of the games, with no animations, and it's just kind of like text and data. But you know, the fun part is like playing it in cart, regardless. Like that's what most people play Showdown to do, is prep for regionals, locals, worlds. What's going on here? Alright, let me set up again. Yeah, it's a good point that I'm happy with like the way things have changed with like accessibility in the games, because I remember when you had to breed for special abilities and then IVs on top of it. It's just a different time, and it's better this way. And like the way we can look at it too is when the accessibility is at that level, it doesn't even matter if people cheat, because cheating in the sense of what it is now, like the way the term cheating is being used, it's not that the Pokemon that are being genned in are stronger. They're the exact same as the optimized Pokemon you would want. It's more about the time suck, grinding Terra Shards, grinding IVs, like if you need a certain like minus speed nature, not minus speed, but if you need 0 IVs in attack or speed. It's just all those elements that add up where you have to do that before you can focus on actually battling. And then you might find out you need to build your EV spread differently. Like, oh, I built it generically initially, like max speed, max attack or whatever, but then you realize you need a break, like you need to like invest a little bit of that attack actually into HP, just so you're living certain attacks, allowing you to get off damage as opposed to just dying. You know what I mean? Like there's levels to like how you learn the game and play it, but the game itself doesn't actually do a great job of teaching you any of that stuff. It's like without YouTube, without the internet, without Pokemon Showdown, it's like so much information is just like left to be desired. Yeah, I mean, I don't think they care, honestly. They're too busy focusing on battling and stuff like that, you know? I'm like, I've made a couple arguments about like genning in the past, but it's more from the perspective of like, just from like the grand scheme of how some Pokemon sometimes do get flagged as being like illegal, like they did at the last Worlds or whatever the previous one. It's like, it never really mattered as much as it did this generation, I guess, if that makes sense. And it's like, they don't do a good job of teaching you how a Pokemon is not real and why it should matter. Because realistically, the Pokemon that got people banned from the tournaments, they weren't like stronger. They were the exact same legitimate builds that could be used, but whatever they were using to check some of these Pokemon, they were able to tell that it wasn't caught natively in the cart, and it was kind of like just data being sent or like traded from like a modded Switch or whatever. It's kind of interesting. I didn't even know you can like, there's technology that can do that, but again, they have it. They just don't use it. It's like these people are using these teams online, so they're just to assume that they're illegal Pokemon, right? But then they go to this tournament and then they get flagged. And some people, you know, it's like easily avoidable. If you know how to gen Pokemon, you can easily make them without getting in trouble. Like, so many other people definitely had gen Pokemon, but they didn't get flagged by the system because the people that made theirs actually knew what they were doing. I'm personally not a fan of gen Pokemon myself, but it's not because of, like, I'm not against people using them because I know there's no competitive difference. It's just, it's not against the player. Yeah, it's more of a gripe with Gamefreak where I'm like, why don't they just change the system? Like, why do I gotta grind it legitimately? Like, you know, that's my only like gripe with it, and it's like always targeted towards the company because I feel like I understand why people gen, you know. It's like, it just makes too much sense. Yeah, something like that, right? Earthling, it's like it had like some sort of like text that was like its location or something, that where it was like made was not correct. Oh wait, you have a code. I'm so sorry. I missed that, Dragon. We can do yours next if you want. If you want to, yeah. Well, they do switch up the formats of VGC and single battles. Like right now is actually one of the coolest formats because they banned legendaries and like all paradox Pokemon. So there's a lot of like really like stuff like Yanma have been tailwind setters in the current like VGC settings, which is super cool to see. You know, like it's stuff like this that's like, that's really fun. I'm just gonna try Azu. Oops, I started it a little preemptively. I wasn't even thinking. My bad. I'm so sorry. Sorry if you were trying to join that. Just kind of tunnel visioned there for a moment. Oh wait, I should probably feed my cat after this. Oh my gosh, perfect time. It's like 5. It's her dinner time. She's sitting right next to me. Oh, we got a shiny squad. That's cool. Falklavelle is still one I gotta hunt for. I gotta do some Masuda method. Actually, having the NPC is kind of nice because it does give us that defense boost there at the beginning, that defense share. Alright, I'm just gonna go for Belly Drum. The only problem with Play Rough is it has a 90. It's only 90% accurate, so I've had it miss about like 3 times in a row before. So that's unfortunate when that happens, but thankfully I can get my health back. Nice. Honestly, Ozzy is pretty good in this fight. I shouldn't have Tickle on it. I meant to change it to Charm. I just randomly had this before, but whenever I saw someone use Charm, I was like, yeah, that makes way more sense because every time I've used Tickle, it doesn't really add much value in the fight. But Charm actually helps neutralize that Sword Stance immediately from the start. And that's really all you need to use with it. Because I never use Tickle at this point. Sounds good, gamer taught. We'll probably have a code from Dragon after this one, but you're more than welcome to join. And then I'll find another one here. Thanks again for tuning in tonight. I hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna have to feed my cat briefly after this one. But maybe I'll join the raid first, and then I'll like real quick go down and feed her. I just gotta open a can for her. No problem. Alright, I'm gonna Tera. Come on, Azu. Sounds good. Well, I'll join your raid, and then right as I join, I'll hurry up and run downstairs and feed her. Oh my gosh, see? Dodged it. Oh no. That attack. I'm gonna go for her. Hopefully this heal cheer is worth it. Oh my gosh, a full heal. I'm so sorry about that, Quackville. That was a turn late. Dang it. This thing... Gotta chilling water this. He's on a rampage. Goodness. Maybe I should just went for Play Rough there. No problem, gamer tot. It's all good, bro. I understand. Right. The liquidation is coming for me. It's okay. We're still in a good position here to finish up. I'll just go for Chilling Waters. Oh, you know what? It's already over, isn't it? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's GG. Body presses from Como O for the win. GG. Nicely done. Alright, so if you want to put up your code, Dragon, and then I'll jump in your raid. I'll be right back. I gotta give my cat her food. Right. And I'll share your code also real quick in case anyone else would like to join. I'll be real quick too. Don't worry. She's ready to go down. I already see her walking towards the stairs. She sees me. She knows. She can tell it's time. Right. Let me join and then I'll be right back. And then let me share that in our chat. So this is the raid. Actually, you can see the code also. Alright, just give me a second if that's okay. Alright. Take care, Todd. Thank you so much for swinging by. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, whatever you end up doing. Thanks for waiting. She's happy. She's gonna eat her fancy feast now. That's all she needed to do. Okay. Yeah, this should be easy. That's cool, blast voice. Yep. Looking good. Pretty simple. I'm gonna give us a defense cheer, why not? Give us that extra bulk in this early game. Is anyone playing Pocket TCG here? Because add me. I can find out what my code is. Please let me know. I have not added one person in that game yet. Not one. Not two. That's cool. Everyone's body press is really cool. Honestly, I didn't even realize Last Voice also got body press. That's pretty sick. Body press is legitimately just like so good. Iron defense plus like body press, just amazing combo. get max defense now. I don't see how it goes. Let's see how these go. I mean, this is probably just an easy win. I mean, look at our squad. We got like everyone can take a hit from this Feraligatr with ease. And then Blastoise out here chilling water, helping out a lot. So, that's pretty awesome. Our Celadon probably like might be like one of the best ones to use for this raid, just because of the stamina. What is going on here? Am I? Oh, I'm not Tera yet. What is this? Good job. Oh, okay. Sounds good, blood brain games. I just need to text that real quick. Alright, just trying to make sure I'm reading this right. Sorry, 1 second, chat. Alright. It's not like nothing like bad. It's just like chopping stuff. Take care, Belstragen. Alright, I'll probably do like 1 or 2 more raids tonight. But maybe we can have a better system how to do Ogre Oustin. Yeah, I mean, like maybe I feel like voice chat, if you can, you don't have to talk, but I think maybe at least like being in the chat to hear immediately instead of like a little bit delay that might be on the stream, that might be enough to like help out, save us a couple, like shave a couple seconds off, like little things like that. And I mean, anyone who'd be willing to even just like talk in communicate throughout the process, calling out how many you have so we can focus. Sometimes it's like, I don't know, I feel like it's really hard overall. Okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, Mankey Community Day is this weekend, isn't it? They're giving Rage Fist the Annihilate in Pokemon Go. Should be interesting. I don't know if any of you play, but it's probably worth evolving during the event. I think they changed the way how it evolves also. Hey Madman Ultimate, welcome back. I'm gonna put the code up here. Oh, nice, you are? Yo, cool. It's like, I feel like it's fun to play casually. Like, I'm not gonna get crazy about it and drop a bunch of money on it. I'm just gonna play free to play. And if I just get my butt handed to me in the game, that's fine, because it just kind of has a nice aesthetic to it. And it's, if you want to learn to play TCG and you never have, it's actually a pretty good, like, condensed version of the game. Like, I think decks are only 20 cards in the inside of it. So that in itself is pretty cool. Oh, I forgot to change the Alzheimer's move. I was gonna give it Charm over Tickle, because that's what I currently have on it. I have room for one more person in this raid if you'd like to join. I guess I could put my code in the chat for TCG Pocket. I'd have to open it up real quick. Let me open it up and see what my code actually is, because it's some crazy number. Wait, actually no, I have it on Discord, I realized. I tried to send it to someone, but I guess I'm not cool enough. It probably has nothing to do with that. I think this is my friend code. It looks so intimidating, like that's a code that someone's supposed, I mean, I guess they need a variety, but feel free to add me. And if you do add me, maybe let me know what your in-game name is in the chat. You're hunting Spiritomb? Yo, that's sick. That's a sick shiny. Here, we could beat this with us. I'll just start it. Yeah, that code I just posted, just copy it or try to remember it. And then let me know your in-game name so I know who you are. Because I think eventually they're going to add trading in it as well. So the way it works right now, you can only open like one card a day. And there's like a lot of limitations on how you can get EXP and stuff. But like, I think right now they have like a free 2-week trial of the premium pass, which I'm not gonna like keep after. But I'm doing the trial for free and I'm just like grinding it. You want a Medusa? Like Clash of the Titans. Yeah, that code I just put in the chat is for TCG Pocket. The really long string of numbers. Like, I don't know how much I'll play it, but I had fun just like chilling on it. And it's like, I think you can open one booster a day for free. But they also give you like these items as you do daily quests and stuff that like speed up time. And And like, I'm not gonna try to 100% the game, like realistically. Like, I'm just casually playing it because it's, like I said, it just has a cool little aesthetic to it. Because I got this one Pikachu card, for example, and it like took me into the actual artwork. Like, it like cut up all the layers of like different, like, I guess like, it adds like depth to it, you know, kind of like almost like a cardboard cutout, but it's just like the nice like digital illustrations, like designed in a way where you can like kind of explore this. It's just really interesting, you know. Mad Matt. If anyone has the shiny Spiritomb, just give it to you so you can speed it all up. You know what's funny though? Gosh, of course it uses that right as a belly drum. The funny thing is, I don't have that, but I feel like it's kind of a rare shiny Spiritomb, unless you breed it. Can it breed? I can't remember. I feel like it can be, right? Like, they usually make Spiritomb a little difficult to hunt. Yeah, it's like a special one. Yeah, like you have the day skip, right? That's the only way it'll change its odds of being a shiny. Let me see where his attack's at. Alright, cool. Alright, I get back to it. I'm just gonna go for the Chilling Waters. Everyone else got it. Goodness gracious. Maybe I'll go for a healed cheer real quick, actually. Or I could just dive to this like thing, which is fine. Probably even better, because then I can maybe get off a belly drum here soon. Optimize Azu power. All of this probably just a miss. That's play rough in a nutshell. Yo, Azu. See, look, so powerful. Everyone just disappears for a moment. It's shiny. Don't miss. Oh wait, no, that's good. Nice. Let's go. I don't think anyone has the shiny spirit in the trade. That is one that I do eventually have to hunt. I can't recall if you can make eggs with that Pokemon. That might be one of the reasons why it's so rare. But I mean, Masuda method is still kind of a tedious process. Sometimes you can get lucky. You don't have to grind for a very long time. But, you know. You can breed it. So maybe that's the best way to do it. That might just be the best overall way to get the shiny. Alright. I think this might be the last raid I'm gonna host tonight. So I'll head over there right now. Yeah, it can take forever. A couple of the ones I did, like I did Fuecoco and Froakie. Yeah, they took a minute, hot second. Both of them went over 1,000 hatches. It's been a while since I've done Masuda method. But it's like my preferred way to build competitive shinies. I mean, you have control at least over the IVs to a degree, which is kind of nice. Alright, so this will be the last raid. Feel free to join. What's up, What's up, Will? Alright, I'm gonna put the code here. I'm tired, want to go to sleep. I'm tired. Well, I got other things I have other responsibilities I gotta do a little bit of this evening. That's mainly it, like dinner and all that jazz, you know? Sleep does sound nice though, why not? I'm just gonna go directly to sleep right now. Yeah, this will probably be the last raid tonight. Let's see. Okay, I'll just bring support. Oh yeah, that Reggie's still nice. Oh yeah, the initial tutorial, I feel like they do a good job of streamlining it. It is a lot. Especially if you already know how to play the game. But, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I was thinking about streaming some of that game on this channel. For fun. I don't know how much I could really do. I'm not going to be playing at like a high competitive level or anything. Like some of these streamers that drop some money to get a bunch of packs. Like, I would just want to play casually, you know, because, like I said, it's just kind of like, if you like Pokemon cards, it's kind of just like a unique aspect of it. What are you doing back? What are you doing back on that door, baby boy? Little kitty cat. You just want to get to your profile and settings so you can silence the music. That's hilarious. Vikavolt is kind of a cool pick too. Pretty interesting. Nice. Alright, its attack should be taken care of. Yeah, no, absolutely. Registeel is super slow. Really low base speed. I don't really want Tera yet. Nice, the sunny day. Okay. I just realized I could be giving everyone on the team water absorb. Not that I would want to do it on from Rena, I feel like, right? But Registeel, I could get rid of your ability. And that means you can't be hit by water moves. I don't know if I want to get rid of Vikavolt's ability, to be honest. I don't recall. I don't even remember what its ability does. But I feel like you have clear focus on Reggie still, which is... Or clear body, yeah. Which is pointless in this fight. Since it doesn't lower our stats at all, having... It removes all secondary effects with sheer force, pretty much. Well, my ability entrainment, I have water absorb as my ability. So it would just give you a water immunity. But you have levitate. So that's probably why you want to keep it, right? Yeah. I see, I see. Thank you for letting me know. Okay. Life Dude's pretty clutch actually on Primarina. That's a nice one to have. Yeah, this will be the last raid tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for tuning in, though. It's been fun. Just trying to relax here on the start of my Friday evening. Nice, Ada. I'll accept your friendship once I get off stream here. Alright, I'm gonna try to heal up a little bit here. Let's go, Raquinid. I love this Pokemon. I ran this on my Regulation G team. Not this exact one, but I have one built for Trick Room. Water Bug, surprisingly, like, good. Like, defensive typing. Absolutely. I think we get a quest completed for adding someone, so that'll help get you some EXP also. Glisopod's kind of an interesting one too, but Araquanid I think is... its stat distribution makes it bulkier overall. Let's go. The water absorb. See, look, I got healed. I think I saw the Registeel got healed too, which is sick to see. Alright. We're on the end game sweep. Break through that shield. GG's everyone. Well played. Thanks for tuning into today's stream. If you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button on your way out. It does help me out a lot. And I'll see you next time. Maybe I need to figure out what my schedule is this weekend. I might go live a little bit for Community Day. And if I do, I might host more Gator Raids, and then I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll even do a mobile stream. It's been so long. But I don't want to promise anything. Chance I might be live tomorrow is all I'm saying. Because I've been taking the weekends off in general lately. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, have a great rest of your evening. The Sass Squad's getting stronger each and every day. You have a good morning, evening, afternoon, for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. And stay strong, my fellow Americans. If you feel like the end of the world is coming, because it's not. It'll be fine.